Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be on weeks 34 and 35 of pregnancy. 34 was a little slow, so I decided just to group these 2 weeks together since a little bit more happened in week 35. Today I am 35 and 6. Tomorrow I will be 36 weeks, y'all. So let's get into this, okay? Because I have a lot to do. So this is kind of going to be short and sweet, but I'm going to get right to the point. So for week 34, and y'all know I have to keep my notes. Pregnancy brain is no joke right now. But for week 34, very exciting. I had my C-section scheduled. So I don't know if I'll make it to a C-section. Hoping to go into labor before then, labor at home, and then go to the hospital when it's time to push. But it's all in God's hands. I don't know. Either way, I'm excited. Either way, I have... tomorrow will be exactly 3 weeks max until I meet my son. So super excited. I love my care team. My OB, she is everything. So I have no worries at all. If I do make it to my C-section date, I'm actually really excited. I know what to expect. I'm ready. Your girl is ready. So I contacted the hospital because I am having my placenta encapsulated this time around. I wanted to do it with Serenity, but everything was so last minute and I went into Prodromal labor. And it was one of those things where I went in to the hospital a few times, and that second time they just ended up keeping me. I didn't have the cooler that I need, the paperwork that I need. And yeah, it was just too much. It didn't happen. So, but for those of you wondering, well, I guess I can't answer this for everybody because every hospital is different, but my hospital does allow it. I've already spoke to my OB about it. I called the hospital this morning, and all that I need to do is have spoken to my OB, which I've done already. I need to make sure I bring a cooler for the placenta to be given to the courier. And then I have some paperwork to sign, and that will happen the day of delivery. So this time I'm going to be ready. I have a doula that I've hired to do this for me, but I will be ready regardless of how it happens. Like, I'll have a cooler here. Brandon can just bring it. If I end up going to the hospital and it happens early, I'll be ready. So it will be happening this time. And then the only other thing for week 34 is I have this new craving for green olives. I think I call it like pimento olives, you know, with like the little red pepper in the middle. So good, but it's so bad because like I don't want just a few, I want the whole jar. So I get like the little 16-ounce jar, and Brandon like literally got so mad at me one day because he came in, he brought me the olives thinking I was just gonna eat a few, and yeah, I ate the whole jar. I just took a fork to it and just, but listen, you got to do what makes your heart happy, okay? I just needed them. I needed them in my life, okay? So that's it for week 34. Like I said, it was very short and sweet, very quiet for the most part. Week 35, baby, I fired my high-risk doctor. I mean, it was bittersweet because, first of all, I've seen my high-risk doctor every pregnancy. So for the last almost 14 years, like, I've known this man and been with him. But I won't go too deep into it, but I've been struggling with him. He's a little bit older now. Been struggling with him since the beginning of the pregnancy when I first got assigned to him. The diabetes nurses there are great, but him, I'll just put it like this. It's one of those things where anytime I come to him with any kind of question or issue, I'm either cut off, being told that that's normal. But how do you know that something is normal if you haven't even let me get out of my mouth what's happening? 1. 2, when I do get it out of my mouth, the only thing that he has ever said to me was, talk to your OB. Well, then what do I have you for? What is the point? I mean, yes, I see him for diabetes, but I'm at a point now where that's well managed. I only have 3 weeks left. Still taking my meds, still tracking my food. Numbers are still A1, so I'm not worried about it anymore. The breaking straw for me was I'm starting to see patients being stacked, which means that if I have an appointment for a 5-minute sono for a biophysical profile scan, why am I there for 2.5 hours? And then once I get to the back, I'm rushed. You see me for preterm. I asked for a cervical check because, one, I know my body. I know when my body is starting to transition, which it is. I want to be sure of what's going on because I have to keep me and my baby safe when I'm not in the direct care of my doctors. I need to be able to do that at home. I need to be able to know signs and symptoms. I need to know what's going on. Why am I being denied a cervical check? It's nothing extra. You guys do that on the sonogram. You're already doing a sonogram. What? So that was just the last straw for me. You know, that on top of a 2.5-hour wait with no regard for anyone's time. It's just enough. I just had enough. Okay, we spend more time singing than we do talking about my care. I don't care about the music that you're into right now. I know you love music. I've always known that, but why are we singing at my appointments? Why are you singing me the results of my sono? I'm in pain. The last part of pregnancy is not fun. I'm just not here for it. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. It would be very different if I felt like you were addressing my health just as much as you were playing around and kidding with me. And I get it. We have that relationship. You've known me for forever. But you gotta be able to read the room. Do I look like I'm limping in here? I can barely walk. I have so much pressure. Does it look like I want to sing or hear you sing? Especially after you are not. Y'all need to change my smoke detector battery. Don't mind that. I don't want to hear nobody in the comments, okay? I hear it. I'm gonna change it. But yeah, I'm just done. I'm done. If you're always telling me to go to my OB, I don't need you anymore. So it is what it is. So that's that. I did start to have quite a bit of discharge this week. The issue is it was pink, light pink. So like I said, I can hardly walk. I don't think I told you guys, but I've cut myself off from all events for the rest of the time until I have the baby. So no more going out with my girlfriends. My daughter's basketball tournaments, I won't be, because it's just too hard to get around and I'm in a lot of pain. Like, it literally feels like he's right there. Like he's in my vagina just ready to come on out. And so I feel like, I've not been officially checked yet, but I feel like things are happening. Cervical changes have been made, and that is the reason for the light pink discharge. I've had lightning crotch through the vagina, through the buttocks, through the rectal area, which again signifies that he's dropped down and very engaged into my pelvis. So I spent a lot of time on that yoga ball right there. My sister, shout out Lanisha, she had that sent to me via Amazon, so I didn't have to look for my old ball, but I just spend most of my time there and in the bed. I don't think I've been downstairs in the last 2 or 3 days, and my family is everything right now. My husband is fully taking on the kids, which I told you guys before. He's cooking, he's serving me my food in bed, as well as my oldest daughter. She's such a blessing. She's such a huge help. So yeah, I've just been up here. Got cute for y'all today, but y'all should have seen. I mean, okay, so yesterday I started at about 4 o'clock having what I thought was Braxton Hicks, right? Didn't pay much attention. I usually get them. They usually stop after about 20 minutes. Well, we had hit about an hour of this, and I'm just like, what's going on? And some of them were very painful. Most of them were very mild. But what piqued my attention is the fact that Braxton Hicks usually stops. These went on all day, all through the night, until about 6 or 7. a.m. So I am fearing that I may be in prodromal labor again. This might be happening again. Which, if you're new here, I've had 2 vaginal births. I have 5 kiddos right now. I've had 2 vaginal births, and I've had 3 C-sections. So with having 3 C-sections, my uterine wall is thinner than they'd like. And so prodromal labor is not ideal for somebody in my position. With that said, I want to labor vaginally again. I have my fetal Doppler here. I am in healthcare, so I have all the things to check me and baby's vitals. So what I would prefer to do is to labor here at home, as long as everything is safe, as long as our vitals are safe, and then head over across the street, literally across the street, to the hospital when I feel like it's time to push. I feel like I've done this long enough to know my body. So that is my plan. I could go into triage to be checked to see if these contractions are making progress on my cervix and dilation, but I know the hospital, and I know that if there is any type of progression, they're going to want to go ahead, especially at 36 weeks, they're going to want to go ahead and do a C-section right then and there, and I just don't have the energy to go through all that, and oh, you're going against medical advice and all that. I'd rather just stay home until I feel it really necessary. And that's that. The moment that I feel like things are not okay, I'll head into the hospital. But until then, I'm just going to try to hold it out. I really want my mom to be here. She's supposed to get here on the 16th and stay here with me for the next 3 weeks until September 10th. So I really want her to be here when this happens. I still have so much to do. So for the rest of this week and week 35, which is just today, I will be packing my hospital bag, and Brandon will be breaking down Serenity's crib, because yes, she's still in the room with me. She will be going into the room with her 2 older sisters, and we'll be moving the room around, and I'll be organizing everything for baby boy to be in here. I don't know how she's gonna do away from me. She sleeps in her crib. She goes down at night like with her sisters like regular. She wakes up about 6 or 7 a.m. I take her, I put her in the bed with me. We go back to sleep for another few hours. And I just don't know how she's gonna do in the room with her sisters. But I really want to make that happen before the baby gets here, instead of waiting until he gets here and having her scream her little head off because she wants to come in here while I'm also trying to get him to sleep, or you know, it would just be a lot. So yeah, aside from that, impossible prodromal labor again, that is it for 30 weeks. That is it for weeks 34 and 35. I see my OB on Wednesday, so it will be my 36-week check. At this point, I see my doctor every week. Yeah, and I'm just ready. My sister-in-law sent over a bucket load, more than a bucket load, of clothes that are being passed down for my nephew Arrow. So my mother-in-law, they sorted those. My mother-in-law washed them. Thank you, Mom. Thanks, Lo. They washed them and brought them over here, so I'm getting ready to go through those. They sent cloth diapers as well. So it's just time to start. When I started having those contractions yesterday, before I started having the contractions, I had this overwhelming urge to get up, shower, shave, wash my hair, blow dry my hair. Did a little style in it just because I wasn't sure if I was going to head to the hospital yesterday. I really prefer to have twists or something for delivery, but as tired as I am and as much as I have to go, this is probably what y'all are going to get for delivery. I might flat iron it out or something. I don't know. I just know I won't be looking dusty and rusty, not this time. But yeah, just getting everything organized, getting ready, waiting for my mama to get down here, and getting the show on the road. So that's it for 34 and 35. I'm gonna end this video here because I hear Serenity screaming Brandon has to do some work from home today, so yeah, lots going on. If you are already a subscriber here, thanks for tuning in again with your girl. If you are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Bye.